Then you trinket, Cloak of Shadows, sprint, use that timer you got on Cloak of Shadows to drop, more damage on it. And then you've still got, potentially, when you're out of Cloak of Shadows, a vanish and a reopen. I don't play Rogue professionally, but the situation that Scotty's put himself in, if Happy Minty has to go there, has to go down there, Matt, I mean, what would be your opener? What would be your, your combo? Because you are going to be playing against a Slow, a Frost Nova, and a Blink, and that's pretty much it. And later you're going to be, looking to avoid that Pom Pyro.
I think the key is just using defensive cooldowns aggressively, Yeah,
I agree. Cloak of Shadows to try and get more damage.
Yeah, and if I was him, I would really...
he hasn't got Shadow Step. He's Mutilate. I do apologise. No, he's not Mutilate. I was thinking he'd have a rogue. Carry on.
No, he is playing Shadow Step. I would open with a pre-med cheap shot and then try and land the 5-point kidney after the Blink, and then possibly, try and chain that into a Garrot afterwards.
Or, if
the thing is, if he opens
I
up
reckon
with
these
a Garrot,
guys should just go at it IRL. Scotty versus Happy Minty.
Yeah.
And actually, Happy Minty has Shadow Sight buff up, and Scotty was getting pretty excited. He probably felt he had to move with fear of being logged out of the server for lack of activity, as I get into the brain of Scotty there. And Fenruki still being the spy. And I mean, I don't mind these players doing that, looking for every advantage. But in all fairness, they should look for now, if everything's reset, open up on the bridge in the middle, because it's a fair fight. And if everybody's timers are back up, I'm going to give it to the Rogue. But
Happy Minty's staying on the bridge here. I'm kind of expecting him to drop down if he gets in a bad situation and then Shadow Step back up. Yeah. But I think Scotty's such a great mage. He'll be prepared for that, and he might try and sort of fake it. So this 1v1 is really going to be the battle of minds, I think.
Yeah, and actually, look at this.
Minds.
Scotty is going to come aggressive, and also another factor maybe to look into this is actually being able to go instantly invisible. And that could give him an out after he maybe can drop successful damage. And I was kind of disappointed. Scotty's gone down again. I would have liked him to see him stay up there, maybe take a true sight buff and get Happy Minty out of the situation. Here he comes. Surely Happy Minty doesn't make anything of that. And he had range to sap, but that maybe would have given away his position, and there would have been a trinket. And he's going to get sapped as he jumps over for the Shadow Sight buff. That's going to be removed. Looks like he's going to got the other one on timed and will retake it as well, and he's going to restart. So Scotty, at least he's attempting to kind of step up to the plate and certainly to the bridge.
Yeah, Happy Minty playing it so well, making sure he gets that opener. Doesn't want Scotty to pick up the Shadow Sight buff.
Yeah, Scotty nicely didn't, want to blow his...
He is going to pick it up now, though. That was questionable by
he actually blinked over to it instead of, he was expecting to get resapped, but that wasn't going to be the case. Now, Happy Minty is actually going to be behind a pillar, so Scotty needs to remount and actually ride around to be able to find him. Let's see if he can guess correctly. Does go to the correct pillar. Surely he heard the annoying zoom, but it didn't happen. It's not annoying. It's actually really good. It's my favorite sound. Sound of the underground. And yeah, so buff's off, and Scotty's going to have to move up top and wait a little bit longer for this to be available to open up again.
Yeah, the tension really is building here, the suspense. It's an epic 1v1.
Well, yeah, well, not epic at the moment, but certainly will turn out to be, I'm sure.
Well, it has been an epic round altogether, just really great stuff. I mean, we were both Trade Chat All-Stars and GotGame East dropped a player at the same time. Then they each dropped a second player around the same time. Soda went down, and so did Reels.
Yeah, I particularly liked how Fenruki sacrificed himself to get a kill in the situation. And Scotty looked like he maybe caught a glimpse of Happy Minty and dismounted, but not enough time to get an attack off, and Happy Minty looking like he is going to open up. Sat behind him. Here it comes then. Garrot to start with, put into the Nova. Here comes the Cloak of Shadows and the sprint that we talked about. Blink is not next used, but he's dropping a lot of damage. That's going to be countered with an ice block. Switch over to Scotty. Comes straight back out of that, trying to get him. Oh, and Scotty, maybe if he came out very offensively, could have done better in that situation. He's going to let Happy Minty re-stealth, and now guess what? He's going to drink up, but Cloak of Shadows is on timer. It's only 1 minute, but ice blocks on timer, and that's going to give Happy Minty the advantage.
Yeah, both players trying to reset the fight here, but yeah, as he said, Happy Minty does have the advantage.
And Scotty really should have come out offensively there. He's going to try and go for that. Actually lands on the Shadow Slight buff, so did take it. Let's see, he hasn't got him targeted. You can see his target down in the bottom left. He's not picked up Happy Minty, and he will have a decent amount of time. Let's see, he does pick up Happy Minty. He is on top. He's going to jump down. He does get a slow on him. Not going to use his ring. In comes the Arcane Barriers that switch over to Happy Minty. Not going to use his Trinket on this situation. Going to vanish after the blink. That's going to be a missed Frost Nova. That Arcane Explosion is going to hit, though. Happy Minty now has to go offensively. Yep. Slow is reapplied. Cloak of Shadows lose.
Oh,
in comes the Palm, and that was a Cloak of Shadows. And that's going to be completely taken away. And Scotty, now in a whole host of trouble, gets a nice, and look at this, Happy Minty, 18 HP. He's got a Rupture up and Garrote, but surely Cheat Death is going to proc, and Scotty's going to win, despite having that Palm not available to him. Available to Happy Minty, and, you know, still got the win, even though he didn't hit the Palm. And
yeah, that Cloak of Shadows came just at the right time, and the second Garrote after the second Vanish was great as well. But then it did mean that he couldn't, Scotty didn't sit in blind for more than a couple of seconds, and so GotGame East do pick up this round, and it's currently 2-0.